Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's live session. My name's Scott, the Academic Director at Swoosh English, and it's very nice to see everyone today. Hope you're all well, so please don't be afraid to say hello. Please don't be afraid to get involved with today's session. I do like as much interaction in my lessons as possible. So, first of all, I can hear myself, of course. I can see myself too. I just want to confirm nice and quickly a tech check at the very beginning. Can you hear me and can you see me, please? So if you're watching on the Swoosh English Facebook channel, the Swoosh English YouTube channel, the OET Facebook channel, or the OET YouTube channel, please just confirm that you can hear me and that you can see me. Send in a yes, hello, hi, anything you like. Once I've had a few confirmations come through, then I will know that we are good to go with the lesson today. Okay, so good morning to everyone. I'm going to be speaking to everyone in a moment and trying to get speak to as many people as possible via name before we actually begin today's session. But first of all, just waiting for a couple of people to check. Thank you, Gara. That's all I need. If one person can hear me, then I know that everyone else can see me as well. Fantastic. Good. So as I said, my name's Scott. I've been an OE teacher for the last number of years. I quickly began to specialize in exam preparation English after being an English language teacher for many, many years now. And it's very nice to see everyone in today's session today. Of course, a lot of you have been following our live OET sessions, obviously mostly speaking practice. Of course, we're doing something slightly different today, as you're aware, and we will have some more speaking practice another time throughout the weeks as the course progresses. So anyway, it's lovely to hear everyone today. I'm here and see everyone. I'm from Ireland, where I am currently living as well. And right now it is 9 a.m. in the morning. So please, everyone, say your name. Don't be afraid to say hello. Also, let me know where you're from. What time is it with you? And when are you taking your OET exam? Just a quick introduction to everyone before we begin today's session. Let me know where you're from, what time is it, and 3, when you're taking your OET exam. If you're taking it tomorrow, maybe you're taking it in a couple of weeks' time, let me know exactly when you're taking your OET exam. Please throw in as many comments as you can. So let's see who we have today. We have Binu, hello. We have Jisha, we have Odin, we have Basil or Basil, depending on where you're from and how you want to pronounce it. We have Razan, we have Bennett, we have Gurpreet, we have Samson, we have Sahara, Hazel, Anish Philip, and Mine is with us today as well. Samson is watching from Tanzania, and Hazel is watching from Myanmar. Basil is watching from Syria. It's currently 11 a.m. Minnie says it's 11 a.m. as well, and Razan is in Sudan, and it's currently 10 a.m., slightly ahead of us. Okay, let's see who else we have. So we have people have said hello here. Adrian has joined us, of course. Great to hear from you, Adrian. We have Madden has joined us. Ali has joined us. Shuvo is from Bangladesh. Rom has joined us. Zarvi has joined us. Kate, Aura, and Williams. CJS2. Divine has said it's nice and clear to hear you. Riza says hello from Abu Dhabi. Hello there, Riza. Abdul says good morning. Biju says hi. Madden says looking fantastic. Thank you very much, Madden. You're a very, very nice person. You are very, very, very kind. I'm sure you're looking great as well. Okay, who else do we have today? We have Divine says from Elaine. Sorry, Elaine is from the UAE. Great. CJS is from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Fantastic. Abdul is from Pakistan, currently living in Glasgow in Scotland, and is taking the OET exam on the 10th of April. Wish you the best of luck for that, my friend, coming up very soon for your exam. Williams is from Cuba. Very interesting. RH is from, Mariam, sorry, is from the UK. Ali is from the Philippines, taking the exam on June the 12th. A good bit of time of preparation for you, Ali. Fantastic. Shuvo from Bangladesh is currently 204. And is taking the exam on May the 9th. Very good, thank you. Tara says, hello, Scott, I'm from the Philippines. Adrian, of course, represents the Philippines as well, currently 4:10 in the afternoon. Very good. Madeline is from Pakistan, taking the exam next month. Rashid said it's 4 p.m. from the Philippines, because I see the flag. I know the flag very well. and I think it's Philippines anyway. If I'm not, you can correct me. Is taking the exam on April the 10th. Okay, a couple more people. We have Nokobarina is from Nigeria. It's 9:04. We'll take the exam on the 24th of April. Fantastic. Thank you very much, guys. I'll try and get a few more in. Okay, over on the YouTube channel, who do we have? We have Elby from Kerala. We have Lerma from the Philippines, 4 p.m. We have Manjot from India. We have Chimitra from Portugal. And we have Vidyara Yaksh Irishnan. If I got that wrong, I am very, very sorry, but that's a very long name for me. It says the exam is on April the 10th. I want to wish you the best of luck for that exam, my friend. And we have Elizabeth in the West Midlands in the UK currently taking the exam on the 10th of April. One more. Christian is Chris for short, 4 p.m. from the Philippines, April the 24th. Okay. And also to everyone else who has joined today, thank you so much for your comments. Thank you very much for telling me about your OET preparation, where you're from. It just makes the class much more welcoming and inclusive as we have people from all over the world joining today, all on that same journey, that journey of passing your OET exams. So everyone's feeling the same, probably quite nervous, probably quite stressed with their preparation, with working their job as well. That's completely fine, but we're all in this together today, guys. So hope we create a nice community. So yeah, also let me know as well how your OET preparation is going, guys. Throw in a few comments. I'll try and read them as best as I can. How is your OET preparation coming along? Are you feeling calm? Are you feeling excited? Are you feeling nervous? Are you feeling scared? Are you feeling tense? Are you feeling exhilarated maybe at the prospect of passing this exam and then moving on to the next step of your healthcare career, wherever you want to move to in the world? So let me know in the comments. Anyway, guys, of course, let's get into today's lesson. So some people have expected a speaking class today. I know that's what we've been doing typically at Swoosh English, but now we're alternating it as well. We're not just doing speaking every week here at Swoosh English. We're actually with OET Official. Today, we're actually doing, as you can see, a listening class. So our class today is OET Listening, a guide to part A. OET listened, they heard you. They said, we want some more listening practice. We at Swoosh English have stepped in to do some listening practice classes today. So I really, really, really hope that you will enjoy this slightly different lesson today. Okay, well, let's get started. So what are we going to do today? The aims are as follows. So I'm going to test you on how good your listening knowledge is for OET. We're going to begin with a mini quiz on listening part A to test your knowledge of that part of the exam. We're going to analyze and practice some methods to assist you in scoring higher in your listening exam, most notably analyzing how to use subheadings for guided listening, as well as predicting what the answer might be due to grammatical and contextual clues. And then, of course, we're going to do a bit of practice listening today, and then evaluation of people's scores as well. So maybe a bit of a chance to do a Q&A. So we got a nice jam-packed 45 minutes or so in the next part of this lesson. So let's get started. So as a reminder, guys, we at Swoosh English really, really care about students passing their exams. And what we have made available to everyone right now is a free OET masterclass. It's a 4-part video series presented by me. It goes through tips, tricks, methods, strategies, as well as the correct way to approach passing your OET exam the first time. So you'll get a 4-part video series. As part of that, you'll also get access to a free OET writing guide as well. So if you're interested in signing up to our free OET masterclass, I recommend you do. Nothing to lose, completely free. Get signed up by the link today in the comments. You'll see it in the comments on your Facebook page, your YouTube page, etc., etc. Click in the link and get signed up with your email address. Love making these resources available to you guys. So please get signed up and make the most of that. Okay, guys. So let's start off with a mini quiz on listening part A. So we've got 5 questions for everyone here, and I want everyone to go through them one by one, guys. Let's go through them one by one, all right? The first question is for you, test your knowledge of the format. How long is listening part A? How much time do you have to complete listening part A? Throw your comments into the chat box, guys, quickly, and I'll answer. We'll see if you're right. How long is listening part A? Is it in seconds? Is it minutes? Is it in hours? Hopefully you've obviously got a good grasp in terms of how long a listening exam will be. So throw your comments in, guys, and we'll see what you have, okay? Second question, how many recordings will you hear? Third question, what will you hear in the recording? So don't say, I will hear someone speak, okay? Be as specific as possible, all right? What type of task do you have to complete as well? Don't say, I have to complete a listening task, okay? What kind of task is it? Looking at the format of what's on your paper and what you're listening to, can you give as much detail as possible? And then finally, how many marks are there for listening part A as well? Let me know in the answers. So Razan has said 15 minutes. I'm assuming that's for listening part A number 1. Okay, keep the comments coming. Other people are saying 15 minutes. Someone said 2 records. Shuva said 2 records. I'm assuming that's for question number 2. Okay. 2 recordings. Okay, good. I mean, not good. We'll see the answers very, very soon. Okay, 15 minutes. Other people are saying as well. Fantastic. Okay, someone has said 45 minutes for listening part A. We'll see. That's quite long. We'll see if that's correct in a minute. Okay, good. So that's the first 2 answers coming in. Let's see what we have for the rest. Such as, okay, we have 12 questions, someone said. Very good. So that's in terms of the length of the questions as well. Fantastic. How about what you will hear in the recordings and what type of tasks do you have to complete, guys, as well? Let me know. Shuva said health provider and patient. I assume that's answering question number 3, what you will hear in the recordings. Okay. Adrian has said a recording of 2 people. One is the patient, the other is the nurse or the physician. Okay, good. Marvin has answered question 4, consultation type of task as well. Very good. Short answer type. Shuvo has said 2. Fantastic. Very good. And someone has also said 24 marks. Adrian has also said fill in the blank task. Very good. Okay, good. Let's see what other comments we have coming in. Yep, I think most people have gotten this quite good already. You've answered a lot of these questions. Okay, so I'm hearing a lot of people say it's 15 minutes long. There are 2 recordings. You will hear the patient and the consultant speak. You have to complete a short answer style task. And there are, I've heard 12 marks. I've heard 24 marks. Let's look at the answers, guys. So, correct, guys. So you know the format very well. There's around 15 minutes for listening part A in terms of the listening type, and also giving you time to write down your answers as well. That's for part A. 40 minutes is a bit longer. That consults most of the other parts of the listening as well. How many recordings will you hear? There will be 2 recordings. What will you hear in the recordings? A patient consultation, speaking to the professional, nurse, doctor, etc., etc. What type of task do you have to complete? It's a structured note completion, so short answer. So you'll have notes in a structured format, as it would be the patient's case notes, and you have to fill in the notes with a short answer. And then finally, how many marks are there? There are 24 marks for that section in total. So it is the largest scoring part of the listening exam, and therefore I would argue that it's the most important part as well. So you have to get the most marks for that section. There are 24 in total. Nice work, guys. Well done for getting those correct. Okay, so of course, a lot of you probably are aware of the listening task, but for anyone who is new to their OET listening preparation, here is obviously an extract of a listening part A task. So we have extract 1, questions 1 to 12. There'll be 2 extracts in total. This is the case note we're going to go through today for patient Ray San. So as you can see here, guys, it is structured note completion. We have the headings on the left-hand side, which indicates what may be coming next, and we're doing a bit of that very soon. And then we have a series of notes on the right-hand side with gaps. You have to fill in the gaps with a short answer or a short phrase. So let's get into some skills today for OET listening part A. So the first thing we should be doing is, you are aware you have some time to prepare before listening. And of course, you can do this while you're listening as well, but you have about 30 seconds before you begin your listening part A exercise. And in that time, you can make really, really good use of it. What you can, of course, do is predict the answer, all right? Predict the answer from, obviously, contextual clues. We can see there's a patient. Okay, it's 18 months ago, 1 year ago, 6 months ago, last month. We have mentioning here of a back injury. We also have mentioning of sciatica as well. So based on that, we can look at what are called some contextual clues. And these contextual clues, of course, would be very, very useful in terms of letting us know what it is. Okay, we got a back injury here, lifting something. Okay, so what kind of things would this person be lifting depending on their job? Symptoms, sciatica. They're clear of symptoms, but there's a recurrence of symptom as well. So we can look at the wording in terms of the context as well. We also can be predicting the answer based on our knowledge of English grammar as well. So we know we have a gap here. We have a word that comes before it. What kind of word is this? Well, it's a verb. It's the gerund form of the verb. So what kind of word do we think would follow that on from a gerund form of the verb? So we're going to do an activity, a series of activities now, guys, practicing your prediction skills based on the contextual clues of the listening, but also knowledge of your grammatical skills. So I want you to let me know what kind of word will follow on in the gap here. Your knowledge of the English grammar. So you're looking at grammatical components, nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbial phrases, even etc., etc. Even go into more detail as well in terms of what kind of noun might it be. Might it be a person? Might it be an object? Might it be a place, etc., etc. So let me know in the answers, guys. Don't give me what you think the answer is precisely going to be. We don't know that yet. I'm practicing your knowledge of course, English grammar. So throw in what kind of word you think might be missing in this gap here for me, please, guys. We'll take a few minutes and we'll look at that. And we'll practice, of course, your prediction skills here, okay? So we have Bennett has said a machine. Remember, Bennett, we're not looking at the exact word yet. We're looking at what kind of word in terms of your use of English here. Mela has said a noun, okay? Let's see what other answers we have. Yeah, we have lots of other people are saying nouns. Good number of people are saying objects as well. Fantastic. So that's maybe more precise. Let's look over in YouTube. We have nouns, nouns, nouns. Other people are saying an object as well. Nice one, guys. Okay, we got that one pretty spot on. Let's look at the answer to that. Yeah. So for this one, we're looking at a noun. Okay. More precisely, it could either be a singular or it could be a plural noun, and it also could be an object, as we said as well. So we're looking for a singular plural noun and more than likely an object, okay? So you'd be focusing in your listening there for obviously listening out for the word lifting, other words that might come, but you're precisely looking for an object. And this is really useful because you're going to be hearing lots of information in the listening section, okay? You don't have to listen to everything. It's all about focusing in your listening on the key words and the important words. So you're looking, okay, I'm probably going to hear an object here alongside lifting that caused a back injury. Okay, good. Nice start in that activity, guys. Let's look at a second example now. Okay, so now we have 4 gaps here. Okay, so let's test it in a bit more detail here. So we move on to the next section of the listening, which we're going to do obviously very soon. We have patient's description of symptoms. We have the pain located in what? Pain described as what? Mentions inability to what? And then what sensation in the calves. Okay, so we have pain located, preposition, gap, what kind of word? Pain described, preposition as, gap, mentions inability to, so we have the infinitive form of the word here, or the verb here, ability to gap, preposition, so what might happen here? And then we have gap sensation. So we have a noun here. What do we think might be used to describe the sensation here? So what kind of word do we think it might be as well, guys? Okay, so throw in some of your comments here. What kind of word do we think it might be missing? And of course, we might see a bit of a pattern here, but that's all the point in terms of the activity here. Okay, guys, so throw in the words. What do we think the kind of word is that might be missing here? Throw the comments in, guys. Looking forward to seeing them. Okay, so we're having okay, people are saying for number 1, pain located in noun, but we're hearing a body part. Okay, some people are saying the back area to be more specific as well. Okay, pain described as, okay, Shuva's got it down. He said noun for 1, adjective for number 2, verb for number 3, and an adjective for number 4. Okay, so good. Yeah, we're hearing lots of nouns here. We're hearing a few adjectives. We're hearing a few verbs, but we're also hearing some more specific language in terms of type of noun it might be. It's a body part, for example. Okay, so that obviously focuses on our listening, a bit more information as well. Okay, guys, lots of great lots of great answers coming in through here. You're all pretty much on the ball with this, which is great. So I'm just going to move on to the next slide. Let's have a look at the answers. So we have pain located in body part. So you're focusing up for a body part in that, and therefore that's also a noun. So pain described as an adjective. It could be a single word or it could be a phrase as well, guys. Remember, we're going to go into a bit more detail about that soon, but it might not always be a single word you're looking for in the listening section. It could be a short phrase as well, okay? Number 3, just get my laser pointer, mentions inability to verb or verb phrase as most frustrating parts. We're looking for a verb or a verb phrase here, okay? And then finally, an adjective. So we have sensation, a noun. An adjective will be used to describe that, okay? And also a keyword here for an adjective, pain, noun, described as. We're describing the pain, so an adjective will be the word to form that. So make sure we look at that in our next section. Okay, good. Nice work, guys. Now, next slide. Some more predictions. Okay, we've got a few more headings here. So we have occupation. Oh, over here, occupation, blank. Brackets, involves travel, some manual work. Okay, that should be pretty much a key word here. Look at the title, look at the gap. Initial treatment, application of what, provided some relief. So application of is our preposition. And then we have a gap here. And then finally, referrals, something briefly here as well. So what kind of word do we think comes in gap 1, gap 2, and gap 3, based on obviously the headings, and of course the words that come before or prior to the gap, as well as any information we might also see in the brackets as well, guys. Throw your comments in. Let's see what we think, and we'll analyze it a bit more information here. Okay. Okay, guys. So Daniela has said number 1 is a noun. Okay, what kind of noun to be more specific would be great. Shuvo has said a noun for all 3. Gigi said an occupation. Of course, that's the key word there. We've seen occupation in the heading, so we're focusing our listening up for a job at this point as well. Nature of the work, says Adrian as well. Fantastic. Good, guys. Good. Okay. All right. So, yep, we're pretty much all saying here for this one that the answer for this one, they're all going to be a different kind of noun. But can you tell me which kind of noun we're looking for? More information would be good. Okay, Adrian has said a job for number 1. Gel could be an answer. Yes, we could be obviously looking at application of something. So we could be looking out for a gel or a cream or an ointment or something like that. Good prediction, by the way. And also answer number 3. So let's not try and give the answers based on the listening. We'll try and think about what kind of word it might be. But a physiotherapist is a potential answer. Could be helping out with the sciatica. So that's obviously a logical choice based on that. So think of job, which could be helping out with that overall. So a noun and a noun and a noun. Fantastic, guys. Okay, so well done. Here we have it. So number 1 would be a job. It could be a noun or a noun phrase, more likely a job. Application of an object, a noun or a noun phrase. And of course, a gel would be a good logical answer for that. And then finally, number 3, a job is a referral, possibly a medical profession, more than likely a medical professional. So who could help out with sciatica? A physiotherapist is a logical answer for that. Okay, let's look now finally at the last section in terms of predicting the answer for extract number 1. And we have, of course, our headings, further treatment, blank. So we have nothing here to give it away, but what do we think it might be? Decided not to try what? Patient attributes recovery to what? Sciatica probably related to what? So obviously gap number 1, nothing to give it away, but we do have further treatment here as an indicator of what that might be. Try something, recovery to something, related to something. So we have a verb here. We have obviously our verb phrase here with to as our infinitive. Probably related to is the exact same structure. So what kind of word do we think will follow in all of these gaps, guys? Throw your comments in. Looking forward to them before we actually begin this listening section today. Okay. So yep, we have people are saying number 1 could be a medication, likely a noun, but more information is a medication. Nice work, everyone. A noun in all, says Gigi. Fantastic, good, great knowledge here, guys, of your sentence structure or your note structure. makes predicting the answer just so much easier. I know you don't have much time today, but we're practicing these skills, and it's something you should be looking into doing beforehand, looking at what we think the logical answer might be, so we can focus in our listening and we can eliminate what we think is something that might not be applicable. Okay, guys, great. Lots of great answers coming in here today so far. So yeah, some people are saying a verb, it could be a treatment, it could be a noun as well. So nouns are pretty much getting the consensus here in the class today. Fantastic. Let's have a look then at what we think the answer is, the final answer is going to be. All right, guys. So yeah, we nailed it. Well done. The first one's a noun, a type of treatment. So it could be an application or it could be a treatment practice. So it could be a few of those things. Decided not to try noun, another type of treatment, of course. Patient attributes recovery to what? A noun or noun phrase. Maybe a treatment, maybe not. And then sciatica, probably related to noun or noun phrase, but to be specific, it could be a condition, could be an ailment, or it could be an injury as well. Nice work, guys, with all of those. So hopefully you found that useful. We went through a prediction exercise there, and it's something you should be doing in the 30 seconds before you begin your listening, okay? Scanning over the notes, having a look at the gaps, what kind of answer might be in that gap in terms of the grammar, but also in terms of the language that's being used and also the headings. Can I predict what that type of answer might be? So I'm focusing in on my listening. As you've also seen as well, the majority of phrases were nouns, but the occasional different phrase might come in too. So of course, that's something to focus in on your listening, but nice work on that. Okay, guys. So the second thing we want to do while we're practicing, before we actually begin the listening, is we want to take a note of our subheadings as guidance. So we will go into a bit more of this skill in another OET official, Swoosh English official OET listening lesson in a few weeks' time. But I just want to quickly highlight this to you as a really, really useful application. So we'll see different subheadings. For example, we have patient's description of symptoms, occupation, initial treatment, referrals, and further treatment. We can use these as signposts to our listening. We can know what's coming next, what's about to happen, what part of the listening recording are we on in case we're lost. So use these to help you keep you on track as into where you are on the audio. So we're listening out for words, phrases, and synonyms of these headings as signposting devices. So for example, you might hear something along the line, patient description of symptoms. For example, oh, could you, the petitioner might ask, can you describe the symptoms to me? It's not the exact same wording, but it does give an indicator in terms of where we are, or they might say it themselves. And also often the medical professional will use these as a means to transition into the next set of case notes as well, in particular the main headings. They will use that as a transition from one set of questions into the next, and you can use these as signposters and as guidance in your listening practice. So please make use of subheadings for those. Okay, guys, some other tips for you. Got a couple of questions for everyone. How much time do you have before the listening begins? Who does most of the speaking? Is the answer always one word? Will you have to paraphrase the answer in the audio? Will the written case note be the same as it is said in the audio? And finally, is correct spelling important as well? These are some extra bonus tips and things that you should be paying attention to. So question number one, guys, I've kind of said this quite a lot throughout this class today. I want to test your memory and your knowledge. How much time do you have before the listening begins? Let me know who does most of the speaking, etc., etc. Throw your answers in, guys. Looking forward to seeing them. I'll see what you know before we go through some more of this and more of this information throughout this class as well. Okay, looking forward to seeing some of your answers, guys. Throw them in for a minute before we actually move on to doing some listening practice. So Razan has said 30 seconds for question one. How much time do you have for the listening to begin? Okay, guys. Yep, 30 seconds, everyone's saying. I'm not going to confirm if that's right. Not just yet, because I like keeping everyone on their toes. I'm waiting for when the correct answers come as well. Okay. What about who does most of the speaking? Who can tell me that? 90 seconds for the first bullet. Okay. Doctor and patient. Okay, okay. Keep the answers coming in, guys. Keep them coming. Keep the comments. Awesome. And who always is the answer always one word? Is that yes or no? What do we think? Okay. Okay. Right. Great, guys. You've got a good thorough knowledge of OET listening part A. Great. So let's go into some of the answers now. Great, nice one. Okay. So as everyone here has pretty much said, you have 30 seconds before the listening begins. So you only have 30 seconds. It does take time to practice doing that quickly. You won't probably be able to do it all at once, but you can, of course, use that as guidance while you're listening, predict the answer while you're listening as well. But of course, 30 seconds at the very beginning is a good way for you to get a heads up on the next set of questions and predict what the answer might be due to grammar and context. Of course, the patient will do most of this speaking. Often the medical professional will obviously interject to ask questions, and you can use those questions as guidance in terms of what part of the listening am I on. They will likely announce one of the headings for the guided structured case notes, so you can say, okay, this is what's happening now, and what part am I on? What question should I be listening out for? Okay, is the answer always one word? The answer to that is no. It's up to 3, and sometimes also with a number as well. That's why I tried to highlight in the prediction exercise that you might have to listen out for a phrase as well. It won't always just be one word, so please pay attention to that. Will you have to paraphrase the answer in the audio? No, you won't. So the answer you hear in the audio will be the exact same. You can take that from the audio and put it in. You won't have to reformulate the answer itself. However, in the next question, no, this is where it gets a bit tricky. Will the written case note be the same as the way it is said in the audio? No. So the wording around the answer in the audio will often be different to how it is written in the case note. Obviously, that would make it very easy. You just have to listen to what you hear. Oh, I hear this part. Okay, there's the answer. Right. But the audio will be different to how the written case note information is. But keep in mind that the answer will be the exact same. So there is obviously some reformulation of language involved with your listening. Final question, and an important one as well. Is correct spelling important? It depends, okay? So for example, the answer is headache. How would you spell headache? H-E-A-D-A-C-H-E. You might spell it H-E-A-D-A-C-K-E. Okay, there's a slight spelling difference there. That would be a correct answer because you have spelt it phonetically similar to the real answer. So keep that in mind. If your answer still reads similar to how it's pronounced, you will likely get a mark for it. But if the answer is wildly different, or the spelling is really, really bad, or you've used the wrong form of the word, then that answer might be incorrect. So you don't always have to write it exactly as you would spell it, because obviously you are spelling, you are writing, you are listening all at once. There is a bit of leeway to that. So it does depend. Try your best, of course, to spell the word correctly. If you can't, then give it your best shot. Okay, I've heard a word. How would I write that according to how it's pronounced? That might still get you a mark. So please keep that in mind, guys. All right, some tips for you. Great. Now let's get on and actually do a little bit of speaking practice. Speaking practice, of listening practice overall. Oh, 1 second, guys. I can't turn my laser pointer off, guys. Just give me 1 second, turn off my camera here, and just figure out something on my computer. Gotta love it when technology fails you for a second. Okay, guys, now, before we get into some listening practice, I want to remind everyone that, of course, we at Swoosh English have helped thousands of students pass their OET exams, and we would really love to give you some more information on the listening today. So if you've enjoyed this lesson so far, you're looking for some more listening tips and methods, as well as methods on reading, speaking, and writing, then please join our free OET masterclass. It's a free 4-part video series. You can use that for all the tips I've announced, as well as, of course, a free OET writing guide. If you're interested in that, you can sign up in the comments below. You may as well. It's completely free, and I'd love to have you in that class. So join our free OET masterclass today. Okay, guys, now we're going to do some listening practice. So based on what we've done previously, we've gone through the case notes of the task. We predicted the answer based on the context and based on the grammar. Now we're actually going to do the listening part. So answer number 1 is here. So the first one is relatively simple in terms of the answers. We do have a first part of the case note on Ray Sans. So I want everyone now to tune in their listening, take some notes down, and see if we can get the correct answer for number 1. Okay, guys, I'm going to play the recording. Good luck. I hope you get it correct.
Come in. It's Mr. Sans, isn't it?
That's right, Ray Sans.
Now, I think you've been referred to me because you're so...
Oh, okay, guys. So there was the first section of the case notes. Did you manage to get the answer? So number 1, back injury sustained lifting. Of course, our answer earlier on was a noun, and we were thinking it was an object. Did we get it correct? Oh no, people are saying the audio wasn't working. Let me see if I can get that on working one more time, guys. Give me a second. Apologies about that, everyone. I'm going to try and play the audio one more time. Let me know if you can hear it as it's played, okay? Should be working now, guys. I'm going to play it one more time. Apologies about that. Let me know if you can hear it. Thank you very much.
Come in. It's Mr. Sans, isn't it?
That's right, Ray Sans.
Now, I think you've been referred to me because you're suffering from sciatica.
That's right. Not for the first time, actually.
Okay.
Can everyone hear the audio? Please let me know in the comments if you can hear it. Fantastic. Okay, good, guys. Good, good. Sorry about the slight hiccup. I'm going to put that back to the very, very beginning again. We'll play the audio one more time, and good luck with everyone getting that correct. Okay, thanks a lot, guys. Let's play one more time.
Come in. It's Mr. Sans, isn't it?
That's right, Ray Sans.
Now, I think you've been referred to me because you're suffering from sciatica.
That's right. Not for the first time, actually.
Okay. Well, I've got some notes here, but perhaps you can tell me in your own words about any previous bouts of sciatica you've had, what treatment you had, what worked for you, anything else you can remember.
Righto. Well, it all started when I hurt my back, about 18 months ago now.
Okay.
I was giving somebody a hand with a heavy suitcase and I felt it go, just like that.
Mm.
Anyway, I slowly got over that, despite occasional flare-ups. And then, out the blue, about a year ago, sciatica developed. And it was 6 months till that finally cleared up altogether. Now it's come back in the last month or so, I'd say.
Okay, guys, there we go. Thank you very much for listening twice. Well, maybe the first time we didn't hear anything. That's completely fine. But did we get the answer? Back injury relate a sustained lifting what? So based on your prediction earlier on, we predicted that it was going to be a noun. And of course, the noun was going to be a object of sorts? Did we get the answer? What do we think it was based on that one listening? Remember, you only listen to the activity, you only listen to it once in the actual exam, so only once we can actually have here. Okay, everyone's got suitcase. Some people have said heavy suitcase, whereas others have said a heavy suitcase. So we have 3 different answers here, 3 different layers to the answer overall. Let's have a look. Okay, the answers, guys. So the answer to this one can actually be a variety of answers. If you had written case, that's correct. If you had written suitcase, that's correct. If you had written heavy suitcase or heavy case, that's correct. If you had written a heavy suitcase or a heavy case, then that's also correct. So the words there in brackets are the optional answers because they're still relevant to the answer, but the only word you needed to have written was suitcase or case. If you've written a or heavy, then that is also correct as well. Well done for getting that one right, guys. Nice work. Okay. Case note section number 2. We have 4 answers now. Number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. Pain located in what? Pain described as what? Mentions inability to what? What sensation in the calves, as well as the other information of the case note. Losses of mobility, problem sleeping, general numbness in the affected area. So make sure, of course, you're using those case notes as guidance to where your listening is and you're following through appropriately. Okay, guys, let's play the next section of the listening recording. Good luck. Hope you get them all right.
I see. And your GP said it was sciatica?
Yeah, I had this pain all the way down my right leg, and she said the real problem was in my back because the sciatic nerve was getting trapped.
Right.
I mean, I'm telling you, this was no ordinary pain. It was really intense. I mean, to the extent that I couldn't stand for very long, couldn't walk hardly any distance, I couldn't sleep.
Oh.
I mean, the most frustrating bit for me was that I couldn't even turn over in bed. It just hurt so much. I just couldn't get comfortable. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I'd have, well, sort of tingling feeling in my calves as well.
Right.
But then at other times, my whole leg just felt a bit numb, really.
All right, guys. So, wow, that was a very, very quick part. You had about, 40 seconds there to answer 4 different answers. It does show you how quick the listening section can be. So how do we get on? Pain located in what? We're looking for a body part previously. Pain described as what? We analyzed that that was probably going to be an adjective. Mentions inability to a verb or a verb phrase as most frustrating aspect. Number 5, a tingling sensation was obviously, we analyzed that as being an adjective. So what do we think the answer was overall? Okay, Mela has said right leg for 2, intense for 3, turn over for 4, and tingling as number 5. Okay, some good answers there. Let's see what we have over. Okay, good. Right leg, intense, turnover in bed, tingling, right leg, really intense. Stand and numb we have for other answers too. Okay, good. Nice work, guys. So we got a little different answers over here. Tingling, intense, turnover. So we're all roughly on the right track. Let's analyze those answers a bit more and see what they were. So number 2 was right leg. Most people got that correct. We could also add in his or the into the answer if we wanted to, and that still would have been correct as well. Very good. We have pain described as intense. Some people said really intense. If you included really, that was completely fine as well. But the only word you needed to get the mark was intense. Nice work. Okay. Number 4, there were 4 potential answers where the way the patient was speaking, both were applicable to being unable to do something and it was being frustrating. They were turn over in bed. Some people wrote turn over, but you needed in bed for the context as well, but also get comfortable. So if you wrote turn over in bed or get comfortable in the same situation, then that was correct. And then finally, number 5, the answer was tingling. There was a tingling sensation in his calves. Now, some people said numb. Numb did follow on when he was talking about the affected area, but it wasn't talking about his calves specifically. The answer for that was tingling. Nice work to those who got those ones correct. A lot of them actually got 4 out of 4. So well done. Nice work on that. Okay. Next part of the listening exercise, we have occupation 6. Something involves travel, some manual work. Remember, we thought it's going to be a job for that. Application of something. People thought it was going to be a cream, an ointment, or a gel that provided some relief for number 7. And number 8, a job, likely a medical profession that he had briefly as well as the other information that we excluded. So good luck with this, guys. You're doing great in terms of following the headings and using your prediction and contextual clues for a great answer. So let's go in now to the next part of the recording. Good luck, everyone. And just make sure you're ready to listen. Let's go.
It was weird. And of course, I couldn't go to work. I'm an events organizer, so I travel about a lot. I'm setting things up for conferences, lugging stuff around, you know. And so there was no way I could manage any of that, the state I was in.
Okay, so how was this treated?
Well, in the first instance, I was given painkillers, obviously. Ibuprofen, as far as I can remember.
Right.
And I was told to put compression packs on the affected area. I mean, that did ease the pain a little, but I was still housebound, practically speaking.
Okay.
Then the GP sent me to see an osteopath, and I got some treatment there, but it didn't seem to make much difference.
Right.
So I was referred to a sports injury specialist, of all things. And he did a number of things that did seem to ease things a little, like working on my spine and lower legs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and he gave me a set of exercises to do at home.
Okay, guys, well done. Slightly longer than last time, but let's see how everyone got on. So number 6, what was the occupation that was mentioned? Number 7, what was applied to provide some relief? And number 8, what job or medical profession was the patient referred to briefly before this consultation happened? Okay, so if you want, guys, just to make the answers clear, you might want to number the number 6 was something, number 7 was something, number 8 was something. It makes it easier for everyone to follow the answers as we go through. Doesn't matter, I'm going to be showing everyone the answers very soon anyway. Okay, Adrian says number 6, event organizer. Number 7, compression packs. And number 8 was an osteopath. Abraham said investment organizer for number 7. Ant said 8 was a GP. Number 8, Shuvo said bones injury specialist. Number 8, someone said ibuprofen as well. Okay, lots of different answers here. Many people are saying event organizer, compression pack, and osteopath. Very, very good, etc., etc. Fantastic, guys. Okay, some good answers here. Bina has interestingly said an ice pack as well. Okay, an events organizer for number 6. Okay, I'm happy to say that most people have got the answer correct or are mostly on the right track. So here are the answers. Number 6 was an events organizer. He was on the road, he was traveling, and it involved some manual work. Compression packs were applied to the area of sciatica to provide some relief, not ice packs, compression packs, but it's a logical thing to say. If you heard packs, oh, I'll put ice onto it and see if that was right. And then a referral was osteopath or an osteopath, which takes the article prior to it. So well done to those who got all of those correct. Good. Okay, last section of extract number 1. We have obviously our further treatment, epidural injections. Number 9, what could that be? Electrical impulse sign not to try something. Patient attributes recovery to something. And sciatica probably related to something. So for these, we were looking at a lot of noun phrases for those. So let's see if we can get this one correct. These ones correct as well, guys. Good luck. And the recording will be starting in 1 moment. Hope you get them all right.
I see. Any other treatment?
Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. There was this course of injections, and I went for various other therapies like ultrasound and another one where they do, well, they use like electrical impulses. I can't remember exactly what it's called.
Okay.
At one point, I even considered acupuncture, but by then, the other things were beginning to take effect and the symptoms were subsiding, so I gave it a miss.
So which of these various treatments do you feel was most effective? What made the difference?
Well, I couldn't say for certain because it all went on for 4 months without much improvement, really. Then it wasn't until suddenly in the 5th month, things changed quite dramatically. So to be honest with you, I think it was the combination of treatments gradually taking effect and coming together rather than one single thing making the difference.
Okay. And did anyone ever talk to you about what might be causing the problem?
Well, I think everyone assumed that a slipped disc was behind it all, but was never actually confirmed as that. I mean, I know there is this other condition where you get a lot of pain in the buttocks, but that wasn't my experience.
Okay. And did anyone talk to you about aspects of your lifestyle that might be contributing to the problem?
Well, I remember actually there was one of the...
Okay, guys, final extract of the recording done. So let's see what we think the answers were. What were the further treatment? What was number 9? What was missing there? What did the patient decide not to try for number 10? What did the patient attribute recovery to for number 11? And what was the sciatica probably related to in number 12? So let's throw all the answers in. Once again, guys, please label them so we're clear which one I'm talking about. So number 9 is something, number 10 is something, number 11 is something, and number 12 is something as well. Let's see the answers. So Like has said ultrasound, careful of spelling though, ultrasound, acupuncture, careful of spelling, combination of treatments, and a slip disc. Okay. We also have, once again, ultrasound, acupuncture, combination of treatments, and a slip disc. Okay, good. Raquel said ultrasound, acupuncture, combination of treatments, and didn't get. I'm afraid that wasn't an answer. Remember, guys, if we don't get the answer, what we should be doing, of course, is you only get to hear it once. Write down something. Write down anything. Base it on what you heard, the context of the answer, and maybe, of course, based on any sort of word whatsoever. Never leave an answer blank in any part of the OET exam. Always try something. There's a chance that you might have gotten it correct with your listening, so always try and write down something. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very, very much for all of your answers. Let's analyze the final answers for listening part A, extract number 1. So well done to those who got it correct. Ultrasound. Careful of spelling. No, some people said A-L-T-R-A. That's ultrasound. Even though it there's one word out, it wouldn't be phonetically the same, so that actually would not have been a mark. So ultrasound. Acupuncture was number 10. A combination of treatments was number 11. If you had just written treatments, it wouldn't have been correct because the context of the clue would have been combination of treatments. And then for number 12, we have slipped or a herniated disc. So either slipped disc or herniated disc would have been the correct answer. Some people wrote slip disc. I don't think that would have been correct in the context. It might have been because obviously it still indicates that you're listening and you're able to pinpoint the right case note, but I can't be sure based on that. But well done to most people that got it right. Bennett has said it right. One of our students here has said, always guess. That's right. Always try and guess the answer if you didn't get it the first time round, because you never know, it could have been correct. So well done, guys. Nice work, and everyone who got those extract for part A done. You showed that you were able to follow the case notes very well. You showed that you were able to use your grammatical knowledge to pinpoint the correct answer as well. And hey, maybe some of you even guessed the right answer too, as well as all the other work that you're putting into your OET preparation. So well done. Okay, let's wrap that all up now with one final activity. We're going to put into practice everything we practiced today in something that's more like the real OET exam. So we're going to do a second extract now, but this extract is going to be the entire extract. So the patient Jack Ventor, okay? We have questions 13 all the way down to questions 24. Let's put into practice what we've done. I'm going to play the recording. We're going to have 30 seconds to begin. Predict the answer. Look at the gaps. Predict what the answer might be based on your grammatical knowledge and the context clues. Remember, if you don't get it, you can always guess. So let's start the recording, guys. I'm going to play the whole way through. Let's see how many answers you can get. Good luck.
Extract 2, questions 13 to 24. You hear a consultant dermatologist talking to a patient called Jake Ventor. For questions 13 to 24, complete the notes with a word or short phrase. You now have 30 seconds to look at the notes.
Jake Ventor, please come in and take a seat.
Thanks.
Okay, now I understand from your GP that you've got a problem with your hand?
Yes, I went to see a couple of weeks ago because of a sore on my left hand. I've had it for years, but not all the while. You know, it appears, then it gets better, then it comes back. It's here on the palm. It's almost gone now. But she wasn't sure what it was, so she said I'd better see a dermatologist. She took a photo. Did you get that?
I did, yes. So tell me about the condition, how it feels and...
Well, I always know when I'm going to get it because I have this itching beforehand.
Right.
I wake up at night wanting to scratch the area, though I try to stop myself.
Good.
Then a few hours later, I get one or two little blisters and they gradually get bigger and join up into one big one. It all feels a bit hot and the skin around it goes red. When I showed this to the doctor, she used the word chaotic to describe it. Anyway, it gradually dries up and I get a scab. Then after about 2 weeks, that falls off and there's just a little red patch, like you can see now.
Okay.
I've been getting it for years. I actually got it the first time when I was in China in the 1990s. I had a job there for a couple of years before I came back here. That first time, I also had a similar sore on my chest, but that's never come back. But the one on my hand, that comes back every year or so, but never in exactly the same place. I thought it had sorted itself out because I didn't get it for a couple of years, but then it came back. So there's no pattern. It's not getting more frequent or anything, and it doesn't seem linked to anything in my daily life. Like it doesn't seem to happen when I'm run down, for example, or because of anything in my diet, or if I'm under a lot of pressure at work, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So the doctor thought you needed to have a look. Also because I had a malignant melanoma on my back that was removed in 2006.
Right.
It was at quite an early stage and it hadn't got too deep.
Okay, well, that's good. Still, I'll just have a look at your back.
Mm-hmm.
Was it down here?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Well, yeah, that all looks absolutely fine. Well, I don't think you need to worry about anything sinister here. By the way, have you ever had cold sores?
No, never. But I did wonder if this thing on my hand was something like that. In fact, I wanted to ask you about that. There's an antiviral cream you can use, isn't there, to stop them developing? I wondered if you could prescribe me something like that.
Look, the trouble is these work well on the mouth because the skin's very thin there, but I'm afraid they won't have any effect in your case because the skin on your hand's so much thicker.
Oh, I see. Well, something else that worries me is whether there's a chance of infection. Should I be covering the place up?
No, you don't need to unless there's broken skin.
Right, good.
It's fine.
And it's not actually having an impact on my quality of life or anything like that. It's something I can live with. I mean, I have done for all these years.
Okay, so really the reason you went to the doctor after all these years was just to see if there was any way we could prevent this happening.
Yeah.
Okay, well, at this stage, the best thing to do is organise a biopsy. It might be a bit uncomfortable, but it means we can rule certain things out.
Okay.
Okay, guys, there we go. There is a whole extract that we did as part of a listening activity. So how did you get on? Throw in your answers into the comments. I can see a good number of people have done that already. Did you find this activity easy? Did you find it difficult? Did you find it so-so? Let me know in the comments if you found this okay. Wow, lots of comments coming in. People are doing a good job of following along and listening and throwing their comments in as they come along as well. Okay, guys, thank you so much for taking part in that. Now, let's have a look at the answers. The answers were as follows. 13, Pam. 14, itching, itchiness or pruritus. 15 was blisters or little blisters. 16, chaotic. 17, chest. 18, frequent. 19 was diet or anything in / his daily life. 20, removal of or malignant or just melanoma. 21, cold sores or herpes simplex or herpes labialis. 22, antiviral cream or an antiviral cream. The hyphen was optional. 23, broken. 24, biopsy or a biopsy. So well done. I hope everyone got them correct. Let me know how many you got correct, guys, in the answer. Did you get all 12 correct? Did you get 11? Did you get 10, etc., etc.? Throw me in your score into the comments to see how everyone got on with that listening extract, please. I look forward to seeing everyone's answers overall. Well done. And most people were doing a great job with that, but throw your answers in. Okay, guys, let's review what we covered in this lesson. So remember to learn the format of the exam. Know how many extracts there are, what you have to listen to, what type of activities you have to do, how long you have to prepare, how many words you have to answer, as well as what type of answer might you hear. Make sure you know the format really, really well for the exam before the day. Use prediction for logical answers in the gap from context and with your own grammatical knowledge. Remember to also use the subheadings as a listening guide so you can follow along and know what's coming next. And of course, practice makes perfect, guys. Practice, 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 practice. Some of the skills we've done today, you will get quicker at them if you're consistently doing this in your listening practice, and hopefully you're able to use the 30 seconds to look through the extract and know what might come next. Apart from that, of course, as well, if you didn't get an answer, always try to guess. Always try to guess, guys. You don't have any marks to lose in your OET practice. Okay, guys, let's just take away a brief review from the lesson today. So I've got a few questions for everyone. What will you take away from this lesson? What have you learned? What do you think you did well today? What would you like to improve on? And if you have any more questions, I'd be very, very happy to help with a few of your listening questions. Okay. So Anish Philip has said antiviral. Is that correct? No, it needs to also have the noun joining on to it as well. So antiviral was just an adjective. There was no gap afterwards. So the whole phrase needed to be correct. Anish Philip. Okay. So Mela has said speed writing. Yes, so speed writing is important, obviously. Remember, Mela, you can take it down in note form. You don't have to take down the word specifically correct to begin with. Take it down in note form, and in the time at the very, very end, see if you can obviously change it up a bit and write it out, because obviously you want to make sure you're listening foremost and writing secondarily. So a note form might be a good way to do it until you practice your writing skills and get it up to speed. But make sure, of course, you go back to the note and make a full answer with that overall. Okay, yeah, practice, 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 says Madden. Very, very good. Awesome. Yeah, some good scores coming in here. Nice. A lot of people have gotten 10 or above in their listening practice, so that would have been good if you had maintained that consistency throughout the OET listening exam. So well done with that for your OET listening part A. Very good. Okay, yeah. Excellent, guys. So Jasmine said, can we underline in part A? Do you mean we can underline the keywords in the notes? Of course you can. You can underline, you can highlight them as is useful. Very, very good. Nice. Great scores coming in here. 10 out of 12, 19 out of 24, etc., etc. Very, very good, guys. You did excellent with that today. Really, really, really good. And I hope you found that listening activity useful. You enjoyed, obviously, the skills we practiced today. And of course, I want you to make sure you consistently do that in your own time for your own listening practice as well. So well done. Guys, if you enjoyed the class today, then please send me a like. Please send me a love. Whatever you want to show that you liked the class today. Send me a comment. Let me know if you enjoyed the class as well. I'll try and read them before we finish. But thank you so much for coming today. I enjoyed doing that listening practice for you. Something different to what you normally do here at OET Official with the live classes. So just to finish off, guys, as a reminder, if you enjoyed First of all, actually, our next OET live class with Swoosh English will be next Thursday, the 8th of April at 9 a.m. I'll be doing another OET mock speaking practice class. So if you want to practice your mock speaking, come along to the class at 9 a.m. next Thursday, UK time, 9 a.m. UK time next Thursday for a chance to do some mock speaking. And of course, you can follow Swoosh English on Facebook so you know exactly when all of our live classes are going to be, and we do have at least one per week. So come and join us on Facebook, come and join us on YouTube for our free classes. We will have another listening class coming up very, very soon, but what Swoosh English will be doing very, very soon, we'll be doing listening, speaking, reading, speaking, listening, speaking, reading, speaking. So every week we're going to have a skill-based class, either speaking, listening, and reading. So make sure you come and join those. And of course, if you're looking for some more listening tips, some more listening practice, as well as practice with your reading, your speaking, and your writing, then come and join our free OET Masterclass. It's a 4-part video series presented by myself, giving you all the tips, tricks, and methods, as well as the best way to approach your OET exam, presented by me. And you also get access to our free OET writing guide. So if you're wanting some more excellent hints, and tips from the team at Swoosh English, then come and join our free OET Masterclass today. Looking forward to having you in that masterclass, guys. All right. Thanks so much, guys. Just going to read a couple of the comments before I finish off for the day. You're very welcome, Bennett. You're very welcome, Razan. You're very welcome, Sithara. You're very welcome, Leno, as well. Thank you very much for coming to the class and joining me today. Very good. Lerma, thank you. Etherina, Sansina, Etherina, Lijo, okay. Lerma, Odin, you're very, very thankful. I'm very, very thankful. I'm glad you enjoyed the class today, as well as everyone else did as well. And everyone else over on the Swoosh English or the OET Facebook page as well. Cello, you're very welcome. Mary, you're welcome. Aster, you're welcome. Gigi, you're welcome. Ngozi, you're welcome. Everyone, thank you very, 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 very much, guys. Faith, Raquel, Adrian, you're very, very welcome. I'm very happy to have this class with you today, guys. Okay, I'm going to leave everyone now. Thanks a lot for coming, guys. I'll see everyone for the next official OET class next Thursday, 9 a.m. UK time. Come and join our free master classes, guys. We want everyone to pass their OET exam as soon as possible. Make the most of those free resources and come and join us and check us out at Swoosh English as well. If anyone has any questions about any of that, you will see here my email address, support@swooshenglish.com. Send us an email if you have any questions about your OET preparation, how we can help you pass the first time. Send an email to support@swooshenglish.com, and my team and I will be very, very happy to help you. So thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon. Good luck with your OET preparation. I hope it goes really well for you. Thanks a lot, and